Good morning. This is the Moneymaker Show right here on Palm TV. You are tuned in to the #1 social media network. My name is Sbu Shongwe and I will be your host for today. You are stuck with me for the next 30 minutes. Now we're talking all things business. Again today, we're talking about the hustler spirit. What does it take to be a real hustler? In fact, what is a hustler actually? We want to get in touch with you as well. You must also tell us and let us know on official Palm TV on all our social media platforms. We want to get a video of you as well, 60-second video of you letting us know what you think a hustler is. We are live across all social media platforms. That is LinkedIn, all the way to your favorite. That is Instagram. That is official Palm TV. Do get in touch with us. Now, I've got two lovely people with me in studio. Is Rakgadi Koetle, who's the businesswoman herself, and a man who needs no introduction. That is DJ Sbu, the founder of Mofaya. Mofaya, stand up. DJ Sbu, can you hear me, my brother?
I can hear you very well, Bito.
How are you, sir?
I'm blessed and highly favored, man. Congratulations. It's good to see you there, my brother. Welcome to the industry.
Thank you so much, man. You've been rooting for us. You've been rooting for young people and entrepreneurs alike for a very, very long time. Congratulations on Mofaya. I've got Rakgadi as well here, who's going to tell us a bit about herself and her business. But welcome to the show. Rakgadi, I want to start with you. You've got your own line. You're a fierce entrepreneur. You're pushing the boundaries. I know what you do. DJ Sbu knows what you do. But I want the people now to know exactly what it is you do.
Okay. I go by the name of Rakgadi Koetle. I have a hairline business.
Yes.
Well, let me just say a beauty line business. I distribute hair and lashes and all of that. And also I have an e-commerce platform where I let other small to medium businesses to sell their products on my website.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
That is a lot, especially getting into the business of social media with the product business. It's very important. It's hard to start, but I guess once you start, you sort of find a way as you go along.
Yeah.
Sbuda, man, I want to know from you. You've probably been asked this question a couple of times in your career, but I want to know, for the sake of our Palm TV viewers, what inspired you to your own hustle? Ngoba when you are Joe, like DJ Sbu, what inspired you initially to go out there and try to do something for yourself?
I think I've always been like this. I think what just happened was I just did something outside of music, you know? And it's because I've always loved. I'm inspired by my mom. My mom has always been a hustler, you know. There's no woman that I know that hustles like that woman. When you see me, you're seeing exactly how my mother is like. Well, my mom has been, she's had a hair salon from when I was growing up. I grew up from a spaza shop. My mom has had a cleaning company. My mom has been selling clothes. My mom has been selling food. My mom has been selling art. So, you know, growing up around a person like that, you're not even aware that it's rushing up on you. So I just so happened to get into the entertainment industry. So when I got into the entertainment industry, obviously the whole country started seeing me as a DJ, as a musician, and as a radio person. And then opportunities opened. And as I just grew myself, I think the hustle on the other side, which you, the public, seeing my work, would be through whatever, through TV, through music, whatever. But I mean, behind the scenes, I'm just somebody who pushes, somebody who just wants to do the next thing. But while I'm pulling other people along. So I just am inspired by my mom. You know?
Doc, we see you on the street, me now personally, and I'm sure Rakgadi has seen the same thing as well, especially on social media, across all platforms. When ungene stratini, ungene renkini, ungene yonke indawo, wherever you're trying to sell your product, uzobara and uzohamba ngeenyawo, ugqoke ishort, ugqoke iteku uvaye. What I want to know now is to sell your vision, to get people to see your vision. Because in Mofaya, when Mofaya started Rakgadi, this guy, people said, this drink, we don't know what it is. We are forced. And look at where Mofaya is now.
Yeah.
So how did you get people to then understand your vision and to support you as well?
People won't get your vision in the beginning. People will hear you talk, but they will not understand what is in your head. Only you understand what's in your head, you know? Only you see it. Only you have a clear picture of how it looks like. how your offices look like, how your beautiful boardroom smells like, how your product looks like, how your ideal website looks like, how your online store looks like, how your product being consumed all over the world looks like. You have that clear picture in your mind. So, it's just the same thing as picking and getting cheese and a pirate.
Yeah.
We're going to add the Sibe ready until one team scores the goal. You know? That's just how human nature is. So it is your task and it is your responsibility as the entrepreneur or as the dreamer or as the visionary to show us what is in your mind. And I understood that because I had already attained success through the music industry. I would already had success through Zagazag. I had already had success through my TV career, my radio career. So I already knew what it takes to be successful. It's just that all of those things happened without the internet. And for me now, it was just doing it better, doing it more in a more wiser way, and learning from my previous mistakes. I mean, if you look at the type of success that we attained through the stimulus business, from the music, the radio, and all of that, I don't think money-wise or investment-wise, we did wise decisions. So I had to learn from those decisions. I had to learn from that and say, I've attained the success, but these are the mistakes that I've made, especially money-wise, and not looking in the bigger picture in the future.
Yes.
But what I did that was smart was I looked into the future as far as building the DJ Sbu brand was concerned. So I wanted to do it better this time. I wanted to learn. I wanted to discipline myself. And I did not want to repeat my previous mistakes. Which apparently it looks like you're successful, but now your success, you're not, you're not, let me say, you're not responsible with your finances. You know?
Yeah.
And now I understand better to have a longer and a bigger vision for 20, 30, 50, 100 years from now. That's how I work now.
Got you.
As opposed to working for today. I'm literally working with a mindset that says sacrifice today's gain for a generational success. You know, that's basically how I'm hustling right now.
No,
and I think and I hope other people are learning from that hustle out there.
I'm pretty sure they are. I'm pretty sure they're learning a lot, and they're going to learn a lot from this lady who's here with me in studio. Rakgadi, so many businesses, so many product businesses, skincare products are out in the market. How did you make sure when you started and as you continue to grow your business that you separate yourself from the rest?
Firstly, so on Instagram, people would ask you, where did you get that? Or why is your skin so flawless and all of that?
It's like so
that's how I took the opportunity. I was like, this is an opportunity for me, so let me turn it into business.
Yeah.
So firstly, how I started the Sbu Beauty line, there was this friend of mine, she had a wig on. So I was like, where did you buy this wig? And then she told me where she bought the wig, and then she gave me the contacts. And then I contacted the person, and then that person started supplying me with hair. And then I just took a chance. I took a picture with the wig on, and then a lot of people asked me, where did I get the wig?
Yeah.
So that's how I started.
So they wanted the plug.
Yes. And then the following week, I took a chance. The following week, I posted, it's on sale, and then people bought it. It was out of stock within 2 days. So that's how it started. And then that's how it started growing. And then I introduced more different hairs and all of that. And then it really became successful.
It really did become successful.
Yeah,
but
just
now,
on Instagram. Just Instagram.
So Instagram is very important in the development of this business.
Yes.
Because that's what also DJ Sbu does quite well. He uses all his social media platforms and just continues to do it and do it and do it. But we are in the middle of a pandemic still. How do you then make sure that your business keeps growing, that you don't stay stagnant, that you don't make losses? How did you manage to navigate through that storm?
It's challenging. Obviously now it's challenging because a lot of people lost jobs, some got retrenched and all of that. So I make sure that my pricing is, can accommodate everyone.
Okay.
So that's how I do it. I make sure my pricing can accommodate everyone, and I'm innovative. I come up with new things, and more often I do specials. So that's how I roll.
Sbuda, pandemic wise, usurvive kanjani? Or it looks like we don't have Elon, a bit of audio for now, but we will come back. Let's take a quick break. We're going to come back and get in touch with DJ Sbu again. Rakgadi Koetle is also out here in the studio hanging with us. This is the Moneymaker Show right here on Palm TV. We will be back. Stay tuned.
What's with the bottle?
Shoot the other day about Ingolosi yao. Boom, purely one, but that's something I've never seen before. Okay, right, starts walking. It's following the signs. Yo. Maga figure out since man, they've been waiting for him. It was never about the wings, Mfano. It's the fire in you.
Sanbonani, my name is Sbu Shongwe. If you want to dive into the world of business and money making, if you're an entrepreneur, this is the show for you. Catch the Moneymaker Show right here on Palm TV on Mondays at 11 a.m. Don't miss it.
Palm TV, your #1 social media TV network.
And we're back. You're still tuned into the Moneymaker Show right here on Palm TV. We're hanging out with Rakgadi, as beautiful as she is. She's sharing also a lot of valuable knowledge as far as business. Also, we're hanging out with DJ Sbu, who is on Zoom. Nyazi DJ Sbu busy about fit. We couldn't get him in studio. He really wanted to be here, but he's a man that's pushing Mofaya or pushing Izipaya. DJ Sbu, are you there, my brother? You can hear me, ne? Yeah, I think we are experiencing a bit of technical difficulties there, but we'll keep trying to get DJ Sbu back on the show. I will continue with Rakgadi as well. We were talking about COVID. We're talking about how businesses were affected and so on and so forth. And you were like, man, my prices, I made sure I adjust and I make sure my stuff is where it should be. And that's good, because I think a lot of entrepreneurs didn't know how to make that adjustment, you know. And I wanted to find out from DJ Sbu, how did he make that adjustment? I know he sells Mofaya, he says a lot of things. Sbu, how did you survive the pandemic, bro?
The pandemic was really challenging. I think we lost a lot of revenue, of course. As you know, the directors or the executive team in all of my businesses, we just stopped taking salaries. At first, we took pay cuts, half of what we're earning. Yeah. And then I think from the third month or so, I think we stopped taking salaries. I think till today, I haven't made money since.
I
haven't made money in about a year. And I mean, for me, in my mind, you know, I'm one of those people that can really take my challenges on. People that I owe, I will share and say, I owe you, I don't have your money now. And when I get money, I prioritize those people. And unfortunately, with some of one of the businesses, we had to make the team understand to also shave some salaries. And then as time went on, unfortunately, the lockdown took too long, and it was the radio station. Yeah. Unfortunately, we had to try hard to not lose some jobs, but we did lose a few, which was my heart was sad. Yes. I guess. But what remedies my heart though is that we've got a new project, which is another new radio station, which is for talent development, which is called Homegrown Radio. Yes. Where we have just literally employed all our students that we were training. So during the lockdown, we're training students through a radio training course. So right now we're placing them on that new radio station. It also still doesn't have money, but the students understand that up until the station starts making money, everybody will make money, and that is Homegrown Radio. Yeah. But the business I was talking about just now is Massive Metro. Massive Metro is slowly starting to turn because it was designed for this time. So people, I think a couple of years ago, started talking about the fourth industrial revolution is coming. The fourth industrial revolution is coming. Prepare. A lot of people didn't know what to expect. But I think I remember at the time it made headlines when Gareth Cliff left the SABC, when Thibaut Touch went to start Touch HD, yes, and I went to go start Massive Metro. When I started Massive Metro with Touch and Gareth starting their own things, I think we sort of came up with this different conversation of a mind shift in the industry. We started having different meetings with different agencies that hold big accounts, with all the major big players, the major big mainstream media players. And we started shifting their mindset. We started presenting the future. We started saying, this is how the future is going to look like. So when COVID-19 hit last year, it was sort of exactly what we've been preaching a couple of years before, but we were also not prepared for it. That's why I think we went through a difficult time, but only now we are slowly recovering. And because now the whole world, especially South Africa, and let me actually just say, South Africa is very late in going online. The whole world has been online. And even other African countries, Kenya has been online. Rwanda has been online. Nigeria has been online.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
only
we're
us.
pretty much one of the last people to be online. Yeah. And I think it had to take a pandemic like what we're going through. So my message to also entrepreneurs out there is, yes, I understand it's tough in Tanzania. Rakgadi, by the way, over there in the studio, congratulations, my sister. We're so proud of you guys.
Yes.
Brothers, you know?
Yes.
You guys are
so
doing
much.
incredible. We are so proud of you.
She's
We see you guys
amazing.
on social media. And that's what social media is for. That's what the internet is for. It's there for you guys.
Yeah.
Take advantage of it. Go out there. You guys have shown you, and I continuously do the same. A lot of the things that I do, it's not because I have to do them, but I'm doing them because I know I've got millions and millions of eyeballs on what I do. So
Absolutely.
I'm glad some of you guys are seeing the message and you are acting on behalf of that message. So to everybody else out there, it might have been tough. You might have lost your job, even if you're not in this entrepreneurship journey. It's time to get up now. Start getting online, start using your phone for a positive reason, and start hustling online. We're seeing a lot of people hustle online, and they don't have any shame in their game.
Yeah.
Stop having shame in your game. I don't have the shame in my game. Rakgadi doesn't. So go
Yeah.
out there and go promote your product. Don't
Man.
break the law, but I mean, just go out there and go crazy.
Exactly. Just roll up your sleeves and go, man. And you know, we encouraged our viewers to get in touch at official Palm TV across all social media platforms. We've got a WhatsApp comment. Lola is saying, DJ Sbu, thank you so much for inspiring me to start my own hustle. And I think that's the effect that you have, Sbuda, on millions of South Africans. You have your hashtag DJ Sbu, where you promote businesses on Saturdays, stuff like that. In fact, to us, it happens and it helps so many different people. But I encourage everybody else who's watching the show to keep those comments coming. We've got Rakgadi as well. Ask her anything that you want. I wanted to know also how, Rakgadi, you are able to stay at the top. You mentioned with the pre-COVID or during COVID times, you adjusted your prices. You made sure that you stay in the game.
Yes.
But looking forward now to the future, how are you going to manage to stay at the top of the game?
Okay,
Because that's a challenge,
yeah,
right?
it's a
I think that's the
challenge.
biggest thing that everybody is facing as far as challenges.
It is. So I'm not focusing on only the things that I'm doing now. I recently started a woman empowerment movement.
Yes.
So I started with my first event on Saturday and it was a success.
Whoop, whoop.
So I invited 5 of the most successful businesswomen to share with other upcoming entrepreneurs and businesswomen
Lovely.
how to stay in the game, how to start, because it's very challenging to start your own business, as a woman especially.
It's not only challenging, it is tough to maintain.
It is tough to maintain.
And I'm sure you've gone through so many different
so many challenges.
so many different struggles.
Yeah.
Do you have any other hustles also that you have besides the skincare business?
It's the hair business, skincare business, the online e-commerce, and then now I started the women events company.
Yo,
Yeah.
this woman doesn't play games, eh? you're not playing any games at all.
I'm not.
So DJ spoke about challenges
Yes.
early on in business when you're starting out. As you continue, what are some of the toughest challenges that you've had to face as a businesswoman?
Okay, besides the COVID, because it was very challenging, especially level 5,
Yes.
because basically everything was shut down.
Yes.
So there was no income. We had to live on our savings.
Sure.
So besides the corona thing, the challenges that I faced, firstly was capital. When I started the business, it was capital. You know, you have to have capital to start, no matter how small it is, you have
Yes.
to have capital. That's the first challenge. And then during the process, you know, dealing with people, it's tough.
Which
you
one?
have to grow a thick skin, because if you don't have thick skin, you're
Yeah.
gonna fall.
And in your business, I can imagine people slide in the DMs. Yo, I love the hair. I love the hair. The hair is amazing. And then it's time to pay now. You guys, you must pay people. Rakgadi, you must tell them we're not playing games here. We're making money. I can just imagine running a business like that. Some of the
Yes.
challenges that are so unfair to have to go through, but you go through them anyway. And ultimately, like DJ Sbu said, they make you a better person. They make you a better business person as well.
Exactly.
Sbuda, you are so busy. At the same time, you have your daughter, you have a family. How do you then balance both in terms of family life and business outside?
Hey, that's a very, very good question, man. I'd like to advise entrepreneurs out there that don't make a lot of the mistakes that some of us made. And I'm very, very lucky that I'm still young and I'm very present in my daughter's life. But as much as I'm present in my daughter's life, I don't think I'm as present as I would have loved to have been over the past couple of years towards my family, because I was in the music industry, which I still am, and I'm actually focusing more on the music industry starting now, moving on.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had a break for 8 years, but the music industry requires you to tour every weekend. You go all over the country, you go all over the continent, you get chances to travel overseas, internationally, and then you get to become very well traveled, and it's nice because you're traveling at other people's expense, but it also opens your mind and it inspires you, it shows you the world out there, which is a great thing. But then your family suffers because you're at work, you can't bring your family along. So even with the hustle as well, it doesn't matter whatever your hustle is, we sometimes fall into the trap of chasing the money, chasing the opportunities, traveling and growing our careers. But sometimes we might end up neglecting our family members, and yes, as much as you might know each other as a generation, but you also are starting to have kids. Your kids need to know each other as well. And I think I'm one of the people that have made that mistake over the past couple of years, and it's only now that my family set me down beginning of this year. They were on my case. They were like, daughter.
So you're basically saying you had a family meeting about this thing because you're too busy. They said, no, Chief, sit down. We need to get our bearings right here because uhamba kakhulu.
Yes, and they said that. And I've been thinking about it now, and while I'm thinking about it, yes, the WhatsApp family group helps as well. But from now, I want to spend more time because everybody's growing and they're having their kids. But my own immediate family, obviously, I'm there. I'm there for my child. I'm there for my business. I look after myself as well. And that's the advice I'd like to share with other entrepreneurs out there, that family comes first ultimately.
Yeah, don't lose that part of family. Rakgadi, how do you balance that? I mean, you hear what Sbu is saying, and it's so difficult. I'm pretty sure if it's not now, it was even before. You had to do deliveries, you had to do so many things. You're constantly on the road. Yeah. How do you then balance those two things?
I think it's all about time management. I manage my time very well. So I would say that I'm coping, because the time when I started, I had to do everything on my own.
Yes.
But at least back then I had no child, so I could do everything, and then I had time for myself. So now that I have a child, I have to separate the time to spend with her, and then the time to do everything business side.
Yes.
And then before the pandemic hit, I was a DJ. So it was so stressful, because every weekend at night I'm away.
You're
so I would feel so bad that I left. So yeah, that department I totally cancelled, because I could not cope anymore. But yeah, I enjoyed it. But yeah, I really cope. Now that she started school, when she's at school, I do everything that I have to do. Yes. And then on weekends, I focus on her.
That's very good. Yeah. So time management for you is a big thing. And I will say this, as far as entrepreneurs are concerned, right? You know what you're trying to do. You know what your vision is. So you know, when you go to that gig, or when you're doing deliveries, or you're doing so many different things, when you go to the taxi ranks like DJ Sbu, when you're going to all these different places, you know, it's ultimately about putting bread on the table for your loved ones. Now you have to balance that and also give them time. It's very difficult. But I hear what you guys are saying about time management and just making a conscious effort to make sure that that's done. Before we go, because we've had such a fantastic show, Sbu, I just want to know something from you. In short, how would you describe a hustler? What is a hustler to you?
I think I'd like to send people to my book on YouTube. If you're lazy to read, I've already read it for you. If you don't have money to buy it, mahala.
Sure.
You don't have to pay for it. As soon as you get that book, chapter 1, immediately you start reading it. It defines a hustler, because the name of the book is The Art of Hustling, Sell or Surrender. I'd like to recommend it to a lot of people out there. I'm not making money out of it. I just want you guys to go out there and get the knowledge.
Sure.
Just listen. I've even read it for you if you're lazy to read, or if you're busy. For me, in the book, on the beginning chapter, I mean, I'd like to paraphrase as much as possible, but I'm saying something along the lines of a hustler is somebody who's going to get out or go out of their way, who do whatever it takes to get whatever they want to achieve done.
Sure.
And then I first define the word hustler first, or a hustle. And then I make references there to hip hop and kwaito and just youth culture, what it is given that word, what meaning it is given that word. Initially, many decades ago, it was associated with selling drugs or negativity.
Yes.
But right now, it is associated with entrepreneurship and going out there and doing whatever you can to get what you want. Not breaking the law, but I do mention on the book that you will have to bend the law a little bit. But it's somebody
Yeah.
who goes out there to do whatever it takes to achieve what they want.
For sure. I got you, man. Rakgadi, how would you define what a hustler is? What's a hustler to you?
A hustler is someone like me, someone who is a go-getter, someone who does not give up. I like to refer a hustler as a farmer. You work hard first, and then you're gonna enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Ungajaheli ukudrive nama Range Rover fast. Ungakenzeki nix. You're starting a business now. You're already saying I want to drive a Range Rover.
Yeah,
It
that's
really
not like
doesn't
that.
make
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, it doesn't.
Rakgadi, thank you so much for joining us. As beautiful as ever, as driven as ever. Thank you for making the time. Sbuda, I'll tell me, first of all, ngicela ukuthi mina massive metro sengingenile just by virtue of talking to you. Sengiphakathi ngiyasifaka anginendaba ukuthi uthini kusasa lokusayo ngiyafika. But thank you so much for taking the time, man. We appreciate you. We appreciate all the gems that you drop on us. For me, in particular, it's supporting the young entrepreneurs, the people that you're constantly supporting, the people that you're constantly pushing. So thank you so much for that. This is the Money Makers Show right here on Palm TV. I had DJ Sbu, I had Rakgadi. It was great. Learned a lot. Until next time, peace out. Sanbanani, my name is Sbu Shongwe. If you want to dive into the world of business and money making, if you're an entrepreneur, this is the show for you. Catch the Money Makers Show right here on Palm TV on Mondays at 11 a.m. Don't miss it.
Palm TV, your #1 social media TV network.
Shoot the other day about Ingolosiao. Boom, purely one, but that's something I've never seen before. Okay, right, starts walking. It's following the signs. Yo. Magafigara, since man, they've been waiting for him. It was never about the wings, Mfano. It's the fire in you. Akutshela mfana, ikholi yasekhasi.
Palm TV, your #1 social media TV network.